carbs have such a bad reputation when it comes to weight loss or just eating in general that I am here to set the record straight. If you're someone who's on a weight loss journey and wants to eat carbs guilt-free and understand what they are doing in your body, make sure you watch this video all the way to the end, because not only am I gonna explain to you what carbs are, what they do when they go into your body, and how they can actually help you on your weight loss journey. Then I'm gonna give you a list of the top 7 complex carbs I highly recommend you eat on a regular basis that will actually help you lose weight and keep it off long term. I work with so many people, whether it's in person or online, with personal training or nutrition coaching or both, and it seems to be that everybody is scared of carbs. Everyone wants to know, what carbs can I eat? Am I allowed to eat carbs? Am I eating too many carbs? And there's this huge focus and fear of carbs because society has been telling us for so long that if you eat carbs, you are going to gain weight. But has anyone ever explained to you the different types of carbs and what these different types of carbs do when they go into your body? If they haven't, don't worry. That's why I made this video. I really want to set the record straight and help you understand why carbs can actually help you. But more importantly, you need to know which carbs you should be eating. If you're already a subscriber, welcome back to my channel. But if you're not and you're new here, my name is Michelle Roots, kinesiologist, personal trainer, nutrition coach, and fitness and fat loss motivation specialist. This channel is all about keeping it simple when it comes to fat loss and exercise and nutrition. And I'm answering all of your questions to really help you reach your weight loss goals and keep it off long term. So if you are new here, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that bell to be notified so you don't miss out when I release new videos every single week. And of course, if you find this information helpful, make sure you give this video a like and share it with any of your friends and family that you think might be also scared of carbs and need to hear this information. Okay, so let's dive right in. What are carbs, aka carbohydrates? They are a macronutrient. So just like proteins and fats, we also have carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are found in a wide variety of foods and more than you would actually expect. And what you really need to know is that they come in 3 different forms. So we have simple carbs, complex carbs, and fiber. So basically sugar, starches, and fiber. So when we talk about carbohydrates and people being afraid to eat carbohydrates, or society tells you that carbohydrates will cause you to gain weight or you won't reach your weight loss goals because you're eating carbohydrates, most important is the type of carbohydrate you're eating and the quality of that carbohydrate, much like all other foods. So first we have simple carbs. So these are also known as bad carbs. And simple carbs are things like white bread, donuts, cheeseburgers, French fries, and other highly processed and refined foods with lots of added sugar. So why simple carbs are known as the bad carbs is because when you eat them, they cause an instant spike in your blood sugar. So immediately, boom, your blood sugar goes up and then your blood sugar crashes, which oftentimes causes you to crave more of these simple carbohydrates. So for example, say you eat a donut in the morning with your coffee, boom, you feel great for just a little bit, your energy is up, and then your body just crashes. And that's when you either get hungry right away again, so maybe an hour later, you're actually hungry again, and you're craving more of these simple carbohydrates because your body is craving these things for energy. So eating a diet high in simple carbohydrates can often cause weight gain. So these are the carbs we talk about that you should be avoiding or eating in moderation. So then we look at the second type of carb, which is a complex carb. These are also known as the good carbs. So these are the carbs that we want to be adding into our daily diet and the ones we shouldn't be afraid of. They are usually unprocessed or minimally processed fruits, whole grains, vegetables, and beans. They're often loaded with micronutrients, so vitamins and minerals. If you want to know more about micronutrients and how they differ from macronutrients, make sure you check out this video that I released just last week to explain all of that to you when you're looking at your macro and your micro splits, why you should be also looking at micronutrients if you are looking to lose body fat. But these complex carbs also contain fiber, which I talked about as the 3rd form of carb. So they are loaded with micronutrients and loaded with fiber, and often a whole bunch of other phytonutrients, which not only are good for your health, but will also help you on your weight loss journey. So of course, when it comes to weight loss, calories in versus calories out. But much like I talked about in the video from last week, quality of calories is most important for not only your health, but how your body's functioning in order to lose weight. We need energy to work out. We need energy to recover from our workouts. We need proteins, we need carbs, we need good fats, and we need all of these micronutrients to not only support overall body health, but also to help with body fat loss. What happens when you eat carbohydrates? So carbohydrates are the main fuel source for the body. Carbohydrates are stored in your muscle as glucose and provide the body with energy to not only go through your daily functions, but also to crush your workouts. So often when people go on these very, very low or zero carb diets, often, yes, they lose weight, but more importantly, when you go into a diet where you are restricting an entire food group, that is very hard to stick to long term. Whenever people ask me, what's the best diet for fat loss? What should I be eating for fat loss? Should I do intermittent fasting? Should I do keto? Should I do this? My answer is always the same. It's whatever you can stick to for a very, very long time. Because realistically, if you've watched any of the other videos on my channel, if you are losing weight really, really fast, you are doing something that is unhealthy or not sustainable in the long term. Which means, yes, you might reach your weight loss goals, but most important, can you keep it off? Whatever you are doing to lose that weight, you are going to have to keep doing to keep it off. Versus finding a way of eating in a healthy calorie deficit. If you want to know more about calorie deficit, these videos right here, I'll link them in the description below. Eating everything in moderation and learning more about proteins and carbs and fats, what they do when they come into your body, and how you feel when you're eating these foods. And most importantly, you are not restricting yourself 100% from an entire food group. So that's just my simple tip. Again, if you are watching this and you are scared to eat carbs, or you do eat carbs and you feel guilty when you're eating these carbs because you think that's what's restricting you from hitting your weight loss goals, I promise you most likely it's not, or we just need to tweak some things. Look at your protein and look at the types of carbs you're consuming. So with that being said, let's dive in right now. I'm gonna give you the top 7 complex carbs food list that you should be eating if you are on a weight loss journey, or if you just want to focus on overall general health. These are the top 7 complex carbohydrates you should be eating. Number 1, oats. Oats are loaded with fiber and they're a great source of antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals. So whether it's rolled oats or steel cut oats, you can add them to smoothies, eat them in the morning for breakfast. You can add them into healthier recipes, protein bars, pancakes, all kinds of things to help add in some complex carbs, lots of nutrients, and keep you feeling full for longer. Complex carb number 2, whole grain breads and whole grain pasta. So I really want to emphasize whole grains. So you want to make sure when you're choosing a bread or choosing a pasta that the main source is coming from whole grains. This just means it's less processed, healthier, higher in fiber, and higher in vitamins and minerals. And eating these whole grains, so breads and pasta, are not only going to keep you feeling full and satisfied, which in turn will decrease cravings and make it easier to stay in your calorie deficit. So whether it's an open-faced sandwich or a bowl of whole grain pasta, do not be afraid to eat these foods in moderation. Complex carb number 3, sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are high in fiber and again, loaded with vitamins and minerals. And they're loaded with antioxidants as well. And now I say sweet potatoes, white potatoes and red potatoes are also great carbs. Sweet potatoes are my personal favorite and my go-to because they're loaded with so many micronutrients. But of course, if you are someone who loves white potatoes, do not be scared to eat white potatoes. They are also a great addition to your daily food intake. Complex carb number 4, brown rice. So brown rice is loaded with vitamins and minerals and of course, lots of fiber and lower on the glycemic index, meaning it doesn't spike your blood sugar as quickly as some other refined carbs. So again, it will keep you feeling full for longer, keep you satisfied, which will help ward off cravings and will keep your body feeling energized. And that brings us to complex carb number 5, quinoa. So just like brown rice, quinoa is loaded with vitamins and minerals, antioxidants, but it's also got a little bit more protein than brown rice. So in 1 cup of quinoa, you're gonna get about 8 grams of protein and about 39 grams of carbs for only 200 calories. Complex carb number 6, black beans. Antioxidants, fiber, protein, and carbohydrates, they are a great source of fuel for your body. Half a cup of black beans is only about 100 calories, but you're getting about 8 grams of protein and about 20 grams of carbs and about 7 grams of fiber. And finally, the 7th top complex carb you should be eating on a regular basis, cruciferous vegetables. Hopefully you're already eating them. But if you aren't, cruciferous vegetables, what are they? Broccoli, cauliflower, kale, spinach, Brussels sprouts, and cabbage. So incredibly packed with vitamins and minerals that are going to help with your overall general health, but also very filling. So a lot of you might have heard of something called volume eating. So eating more food that are lower in calories to keep your body feeling full for longer. this is where this cruciferous vegetables come in. They are low in calories, but super high in fiber. So for example, 1 whole cup of broccoli is only about 50 calories, but you're gonna get about 4 grams of protein, about 11 grams of carbs, and 4 grams of fiber. So there you go, guys. I tried to keep it as simple as possible and not get too scientific on you as to why you should not be scared to eat carbs. If you are on a weight loss or a fat loss journey, or if you're eating in a calorie deficit, or you're trying to focus on a high protein diet in order to build muscle, carbs still have their place. And I hope that this video helped you understand that and helped you learn what kind of carbs you can be adding into your daily food intake to feel more energized and still reach your weight loss goals. So I'll link all the videos I talked about today in the description below if you want to go check those out next. And of course, leave any questions you have in the comments below as well. I'm always happy to help you guys out. If you really want to dial in on your nutrition and get rid of food guilt and learn how to eat these foods to fuel your body and feel amazing and possibly look at a body recomposition plan without having to starve yourself, I'll leave all the information below to my online fitness and nutrition coaching if you want to check that out too. Again, share this video with anyone you know who is scared to eat carbs, and I'll see you guys in the next one.